All right, so if you're a martial arts school owner, listen up. You already know how important Facebook is for getting the word out. But what if I told you your ads might actually be costing you money instead of making you money? In the next few minutes, we're going to break down the 5 biggest marketing mistakes that are keeping your dojo from being packed, and I'll show you exactly how to fix them. So let me just ask you this straight up. Are you pouring money into Facebook ads and just not seeing that line of new students at your door? If that sounds familiar and you're struggling to get that steady stream of signups, you're in the right place. We're about to change that.
So we're going to look at 5 huge mistakes that experts have spotted after working with over 300 schools. Seriously, these aren't just theories. They're the real deal issues that, once you fix them, can totally transform how you get new students.
Okay, let's dive right in. Here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with your offer, then we'll talk about the boost button trap, big one, then the 2 different types of leads, the fortune that's hiding in your follow-up, and finally some belief-shattering content.
First up, and this might just be the most important one of all, is what our source calls the invisible offer. And it's simple. If your offer looks exactly like every other martial arts school out there, well, you're basically invisible.
I mean, come on, 1 week free, 2 weeks free. Does that sound familiar? Of course it does. That's because pretty much every school offers the exact same thing. So to a parent who's just scrolling through their Facebook feed, all the dojos in town look completely interchangeable.
And that leads to this huge question. If your school and the one just down the street are both yelling 1 week free, how on earth is a parent supposed to decide? The truth is, they probably won't. You haven't given them any real reason to pick you.
So here's the bottom line, and you really need to get this. Your offer is the single biggest needle mover you have. A unique, can't-say-no offer is what makes a parent stop scrolling and actually click on your ad instead of just passing it by.
All right, moving on to mistake number 2, and this one is a classic. It's falling into what we call the boost button trap. So many school owners burn through their budget here because they just don't get what that button is really for.
You know that little blue boost post button? It's so tempting, right? But when you click it, you're basically telling Facebook, hey, go find me people who love to like, comment, and share stuff. You are not telling it to find people who are actually likely to sign up for a trial. It's for engagement, not leads. Big difference.
Okay, look at this. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. If your goal is to get new leads, boosting the post is the wrong tool, period. It's just wasted money. The right way to do it is to go into Facebook's Ads Manager. Use boosting to build your brand and get your name out there, but use the Ads Manager to get signups.
And that brings us perfectly into mistake number 3, not getting that there are 2 totally different kinds of leads, especially when you compare a lead from Google versus one from Facebook. They are not the same.
And this right here, this explains everything. Someone on Google is on a mission. They've literally typed martial arts for kids near me. They are ready to go. But a Facebook user, totally different story. They were just scrolling, looking at photos of their nephew when your ad popped up and interrupted them. They need some warming up.
You know, this is why you hear so many school owners say, Facebook leads are terrible. They're not bad, they're just different. You can't treat someone who was watching cat videos 2 seconds ago the same way you treat someone who is actively searching for you. You have to educate them and build some trust first.
Okay, so you've got the lead. What now? Well, this brings us to mistake number 4, and it's all about what happens after you get that lead. This is where so many schools let potential students just fall right through the cracks. All that money spent on ads? Wasted. Just think about it like this. Even with a fantastic ad, maybe about half of the people who show interest are ready to act right away. But what about that other 50%? Most businesses just forget about them. And that is a huge amount of money left on the table. You've probably heard this old marketing saying, the money's in the list. And it's a classic for a reason, because it's absolutely true. The real long-term gold is in that list of people who raised their hand and said, I'm interested. Being able to talk to them over time is what turns that click into a student. And this is where having a system becomes a total game changer. Something like a CRM, a customer relationship management tool, can put all of this on autopilot. It grabs the lead, it sends out emails that educate them, it lets you run retargeting ads to stay on their mind, and it just keeps building that trust until they're finally ready to sign up.
All right, we're at our final mistake. And this one is about thinking bigger. It's about creating content that actually changes how parents see the value of martial arts in the first place. Get this is such a powerful idea. Your biggest competition isn't the dojo across town. It's soccer, it's gymnastics, it's swimming.
You are competing for a spot in a child's very busy schedule and a parent's budget. So your marketing has to answer that question. When a parent is trying to figure out what activity to put their kid in, your content has to scream, here's why martial arts is the best choice they could possibly make.
And this is what we mean by belief-shattering content. It's not about showing off fancy kicks and punches. It's about focusing on what parents really want for their kids. It's content that shows how martial arts builds the focus they need to get better grades or the resilience to stand up for themselves. It's about positioning what you do not as just another sport, but as a crucial investment in their child's future.
So, when you pull all of this together, what you're really doing is making a massive shift in your whole approach. You're moving away from just random acts of marketing and building a consistent system for growth. You stop competing on price and start competing on the incredible value you offer. And the payoff for all this? It's incredible. When you put these things in place, a killer offer, smart advertising, solid follow-up, and content that truly connects, you stop just hoping for new students. You build a system that creates a waiting list of families who can't wait to join your school.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. Is your marketing just a bunch of random stuff you're trying, or is it a real system designed for predictable growth? Answering that honestly is your first step. That's it for this explainer. See you next time.